Okay. So welcome to our group-wide Scentsy training, June 18th. I'm so excited for these meetings because I see our numbers change after we get finished with one of these. I see your passion level change, and I know mine sure does. Like, I'm just so on fire after one of these trainings. And so I'm so thankful that we get to set aside this time to network with each other and to work on ways to grow ourselves and better our businesses. It's so huge. So if you're just joining for the first time and have never been on one of these before, my name is Godwin. I'm your Superstar Director, and I'm crazy excited that you're here with us. Thank you for trusting me and all of us to take your Thursday night out to get better at this Scentsy journey. So tonight we're going to do things a little bit differently than what we have in the past. I polled the audience for just a little bit. I always have a hard time saying words like polled, like is it like polled or pulled, or I don't know. Anyway, what I did was I reached out and asked some rock stars and some beginners and some people that were new, some people that were old, some people that were promoting, some people that were stuck, you know what I'm saying? Some people that were confident, some people that were maybe not so confident. I tried to pull a lot of different personalities. I also put it on my personal team page, and I pulled the audience to try to figure out what was on their hearts to talk about, because, you know, we've been doing these meetings for a very long time, and I don't want to take it for granted that we've covered all the bases. So I have a lot to talk about tonight, but I'm going to need some help. So there are going to be certain times in the meeting where we try to do popcorn, to where within 10, 15 seconds at the most, you are able to, and everybody can, if you are strong in an area that I bring up, when I call for popcorn ideas, I really want you to be generous with your ideas. I believe that we're better together, and how sad would it be if you had the very tip that could change someone's journey and you didn't share it because you were intimidated? No, share it, okay? So we're going to use the chat to do that so that we can power through as many ideas as possible, okay? So credibility challenge real quick. I normally do this at the end, but I certainly would love to just kick it off with a credibility challenge. I would really love for you to take a picture of your notebook. Ashley has her sweet kitten up on her lap. She could take a picture of her sweet kitten. I don't know what your environment looks like right now, but I'd like for you to take a picture for later use, for you to brag on yourself in a way that's very authentic and sincere, and let your team know, let your customers know, let the world know that you're in this to win it. And nothing does it better than a picture, because you're showing, a picture's worth 1,000 words. You're showing them, you're proving to them that, hey, I'm serious about my Scentsy journey. I'm ready to take this from good to great, and I'm putting the work in to do it, okay? Because words, talk is cheap, right? So prove it to them, okay? Okay. So that out of the way, we also, somebody help me remember, I'm going to write myself a note because I get kind of crazy. And no, I'm not kind of crazy. I'm all kinds of crazy. But we have a contest to do to find a winner for. So I will tell you that at 8 o'clock Eastern time, when this call started, the guessing for the, what do you call that? We were guessing the 20th spot of our entire group. That stopped. So don't think that you can go and edit your answers, because no edited comments will be accepted. And I will give you the winning number, and I'm super excited about doing a giveaway tonight. There are 20 prizes up for grabs at the end of the month, and each director underneath me, all 40 of them, are doing their own promoting of this big contest on each team page. So I'm doing the giveaways. They're just broadcasting how awesome it's going to be, and they're keeping you updated with those numbers so that it gives you incentive and inspiration to push harder. But guys, inspiration and incentives are absolutely not going to change your business. Like, I love being pepped up, and I love getting all like super excited about something, but I can be excited as can be about working out, but if I stay on the couch, I don't build muscle. I don't lose weight. So you've got to understand that even though your director is doing everything they can to get you inspired and excited and passionate and all the things, I'm doing everything I can too. If you sit on the couch with these ideas, don't expect your paycheck to change. You're going to have to get out there and do the work. You know that, but I just kind of feel like that it's my job to reinforce it and to just remind us, right? Okay. So there are 5 things that I just shared with a team in the UK that asked me to come and guest speak for them. Super excited to do that. They probably can't understand a word I say because I'm so country and I talk too fast. But I just shared 5 things with them that I want to pass along to you guys. We're not going to dwell on them too much because we already have a lot to cover tonight in the things that I polled the audience for. But these 5 things are things that I would really like for you to start working on now and work through the end of the month. And they are, this is going to seem weird, but write them down. I'll go back and expound in a minute. Hereditary traits. Number 2, credibility. You could say traits too there if you wanted to, whatever. Number 3, generosity. So all of these end with a hereditary, credibility, generosity. Number 4 is community. Number 5 is sincerity. Okay, so here's what I'd really love for you to do, and this is just a little homework exercise from now till the end of June, okay? So I'll go back over all of them and kind of give you a little bit of detail about it, and then some of the things that we talk about for the rest of the call, you're going to think to yourself, oh my gosh, this so goes with number 2, or oh my gosh, this is perfect for number 5, or whatever. Okay, so there's 5 of them, and how many business days are there in a week? 5. So if you took 1 for each day, then you are going to be setting yourself up really well for being able to hit on all of these. Number 1 was hereditary traits. Number 2 is credibility. 3, generosity. Number 4, community. Number 5, sincerity. It's all right if you don't write fast. You know I'm going to go back through them. Just, you'll be fine. Number 1, hereditary traits. So there are some things that I have to work extra hard on because it just was something that got passed to me from my dad's side of the family or my mom or whatever, okay? And there are some health factors that I can't change, but I know about them, so I eat differently. I exercise differently. I use that knowledge as power to motivate me to become better so that I can adapt myself, or I can't think of the right word, but so that I can, so that I can try to work with whatever I'm trying to overcome, okay? Like for instance, maybe it is that you picked up a hereditary trait of, what's a good hereditary trait that you might have picked up from your dad or mom's side of the family in life, not business, just in life. Let's see. What could one be? Put it in the comments. I need your help. High blood pressure. Well, that's not a good one, but we'll use it. Okay. So you guys are all putting in the negative ones, but that's okay because a lot of times those are the ones that we are focused on the most because they're the killers, right? Okay. So sorry, but it's true. So your doctor doesn't ask about all the good hereditary traits. He wants to know the bad medical history, right? Okay. I get it. Okay. So let's go with high blood pressure. Someone posted, we can use that. Okay. So high blood pressure. If I know that high blood pressure runs in my family, then my doctor is going to be proactive in trying to make sure that we watch that. He's going to change his course of action with me because he knows that that's something that I'm prone or could be prone to be a problem in the future. So we're hyper focused on it because we don't want it to be the negative game changer that we know it could be. And go visit a cemetery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take some things seriously, right? But let's look at positive things. Someone put in the comments, organization. Some people are just naturally gifted in organization because it was passed down to them from a family member. Yay. That's awesome. That's so good. And it's good that it's good when a person can identify those strengths and weaknesses based on hereditary. Can you break a habit that was passed down to you from generation to generation? Sure. With your doctor's help, can you correct a hereditary problem area? Absolutely. Medicine is amazing, and given right health factors and exercise and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here's what I want you to know. Here's the tough love Laura coming. My tone changes, my head changes, you know it's coming. Your team is picking up some negative and positive hereditary traits from you in your Scentsy business. I'm sorry, but I said it because it's freaking true. And just like we just identified several different scenarios, good and bad, things that we have to work on, we have to be aware of, we have to watch, I want you to right now, with your pen and paper, I want you to think about, just as if you went to the doctor, a new doctor, and you had to fill out that 17 pages of medical history on mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family, and the next door neighbor, it feels like, right? But just as you would have to come to grips with things that maybe you need to watch for in your Scentsy business, in your health, I want you to take that same approach to the health of your Scentsy business right now, where you are, not who you're trying to be, not who you were last year, right now. I want you to write at least 3 medical problems that you feel like your Scentsy doctor would need to watch for. 3 things. I want you to write from your heart, because these are going to look different from person to person. Okay, so they probably came to mind really fast. If not, this could be an exercise you do when we're finished. I'm going to guess that a large percentage of you guys put recruiting on there. You think that a negative hereditary trait could be weak recruiting. I would venture to say a good bit of you guys put shy. And what do you call that? Gosh, my brain is so fuzzy. I think I should have had supper. Introverted, sorry. I'm like intrigued. What's the word I'm thinking of? Introverted. Did anybody write introverted? Go ahead and put it in the comments, because you're speaking my language if you wrote shy, introverted, socially awkward. I mean, come on, I've got all the fancy words for it. Was that your hereditary trait that you're constantly on watch for? Because you know that it could be the death of your business if you don't keep it in check, right? Okay, I knew I wasn't alone. There are so many of us that struggle in a lot of the same areas. So sometimes strength in numbers helps, right? How many of you wrote down that you struggle to find your hereditary health problem in your Scentsy business? It might be something like finding new customers, getting yourself out there more. Maybe you wrote something like that down. Post that in the comments. Did anybody write anything like that?
Oh.
Okay, so what I want you to realize is that more than likely, whatever it is that you wrote down, some of us struggle with it as well. Because here's the deal. I'll talk to someone in a typical day that will say, Laura, I'm really struggling. I have a toddler. I have a newborn. My husband is not very supportive. I work a full-time job. I'm trying to fit this in. I don't feel good. I have health problems. I mean, come on, the excuses, I get them. Like, I'm so rich in excuses every single day, because I hear from so many people that I can't. This is the reason I can't soar. This is the reason I can't. And guess what? A lot of times they say the very same things that a lot of us struggle with. The difference is that we all might be prone to have high blood pressure. Why does it kill some people and not kill other people? Because they're working with their doctor to make sure it's not a game-changing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in your Scentsy business, know that you do have some hereditary traits. Naturally, some of you guys are going to struggle in areas more than others. What are you going to do about it? Well, you're on tonight, so that's a good thing. That tells me you've got the right mentality. But the other thing is that you just have to identify it. So every week you need to be thinking about these things. On Monday, hopefully you'll deal with hereditary stuff. And on Monday, I want you to think, what am I passing down to my team members? Because guess what I see? If I see a team leader whining about her team recruiting, and I pull up her numbers, she's not a very strong recruiter either. If I see someone that's really struggling with PRV and I look down in their downline, man, a lot of their recruits are also struggling with PRV. I'm just telling you, on Mondays, I'd love for you to take a check of your of your Scentsy health and look at maybe working out some kinks. So wake up Monday, think to yourself, okay, Monday, my hereditary traits, I know that I'm really struggling with PRV this month. What video can I watch to help me with PRV? Who's my accountability partner to make sure that I get $100 in PRV before the clock strikes midnight? Like, who am I partnering up with? What bundle am I going to find? How many mystery bags do I need to sell? Guys, Monday is your day to tackle whatever the issue is and realize that it's not going to be fixed in a day. It's not going to be fixed in a couple of weeks, but get on the right track, right? Number 2, credibility. Credibility is that beautiful thing that basically tells your customers, your future customers, your hostesses, your future team members, and your team members that you're in it to win it, like that you take it seriously. And unfortunately, they can't read your minds and they don't follow you home and they don't even log into your workstation. So I don't care how amazing you think you are. How much credibility have you built with your team? How much credibility have you built with your customers? So there are different ways. I'm gonna give you a few examples. These are things that on Tuesday, every single week from now till the end of the month, I want you to wake up on Tuesdays and think, okay, I have to show everyone that I'm credible. You do that best by doing what I told you this just a minute ago. Take a picture, show your team what you're reading, show your team what you're watching, show your team when you're making thank you packages, when you're making samples, show it. I mean, you can be absolutely within compliance and take a picture of your 14,000 samples and be like, woo, I'm gonna have some happy customers this month. Guys, that's compliant, but it also goes a long way to show how credible you are, right? Okay, so when you're thinking about credibility, I want you to ask yourself this. If everybody, or we can just do it like this, because I know I'm talking to different people on different levels. If Laura Godwin lost her sponsor, had to sit out of Scentsy for 3 months, and would want to come and join a team, what are the reasons that she would want to be on my team? Why would she want to be under me? Those things are where you need to start. That's what you need to say to yourself. Oh, I know Laura would want to be on my team because she sees that I do great customer service and I teach my team how to do good customer service. Or I know Laura would want to be on my team because she knows I'm constantly showing up and participating and growing myself and I'm in it to win it. Why would I want to join your team? Okay, that's hypothetical. I'm not going anywhere, but it's cool to think of, right? Okay, number 3, generosity. That's Wednesdays. Wednesdays, I want you to wake up and I want you to think, okay, if I'm going to reward what I want repeated with my customers, with my team members, and with my upline. Boom, I said that. Reward what you want repeated. Some of you guys crave the attention of an upline. You crave it. You say that it's your game changer when you get a text from your upline. It's your game changer whenever you get a shout out on Facebook. When is the last time you shouted them out? If you want it repeated, then reward it. If I like getting a postcard from my upline, then every time I get a postcard, I'm going to send them a text and let them know how special it was to me. I'm going to reward with attention what I want them to keep doing for me. So if you're just sitting back whining because you're not getting inspired or whatever, then you need to go back to the last time you felt inspired by someone and reward it. Does that make sense? Compliment it. But then also reward what you want repeated. If you want referrals, if you want to triple your customer base, then when's the last time you rewarded someone for sharing your business on social media? Are you prepared to do that? Do you have a system in place for referral system? Like to incentivize anybody for telling someone at work that they should buy Scentsy from you too? I mean, guys, I just had 21 people added to my VIP page. 21. Because of one girl's text. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Because of one of my customers, I treated her well with customer service. She shared my business to 21 people. My website is blowing up right now because they know they can't get my VIP page without placing an order of any size on my website. So that's the first step to getting, to unlocking my VIP page access. Okay, so anyway, that's behind the scenes. You don't have to do your VIP page like that. That's just how I do it. Anyway, number 4, Thursday community. So one of the reasons why Scentsy businesses struggle is because the leader, the person in charge, doesn't know how to build community. And if you don't know how to build community, then your people are drying up. I'm talking to you if you have a community of customers or if you have a community of team members, both use them interchangeably. Community is easiest built by participation, by recognition, and by fun. I should have put fun first because I really kind of feel like that fun brings the community. So just the other day, I posted on my team page, I posted a picture of rainbow sherbet. Oh my gosh, if you have not tried that yet, go ahead and change your life forever and try it. I love it. It's so good. Okay, but anyway, I didn't say all of that. I just posted a picture of rainbow sherbet bar on my team page, Global Accents. I asked them to rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being amazingness, 1 being awfulness. And bam, 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 bam. So many people were commenting. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. So fun to see everybody commenting and engaging with one another. It was so fun to see the people that's like, oh, I knew you had good taste. And this is what it's about. And then I gave them a challenge and I told them, okay, that was fun. Now go play that with your customers. Because building community also, it looks like fun, but it also looks like them trying to engage with each other. If you're only doing one-on-ones with your customers, they're missing out. And you're driving yourself batty because you can't be everything to everyone, right? But what if some of your customers started building community with each other? Okay? And maybe then, like my customers, they ask each other questions on my VIP page, like, do it. You know, like they can sell it better than I can because it's coming from, you know what I'm saying? And so like build that community with your team and on Thursday, with your customers and team. And on Thursdays, I want you to focus on that. On building community with anybody that you have influence over. Okay, anybody. Number 5, on Fridays, I want you to make sure that your heart is in the right place. You know, you go in for a checkup, and I don't care if you go in with an ingrown toenail or if you go in with split ends, they're going to check your blood pressure. They're going to put that cuff thing around your arm, and they're going to take your temperature. I don't care what you go in for. That holds the same significance as what I'm asking you to do on Fridays. The sincerity, how sincere are you? Do you host parties for your host just because you're trying to get high PRV? Wrong. Don't expect to grow. Don't expect to get paid at title and win all the trips and do all the things. No, that is wrong. Oh my gosh, that is awful. If that's the only reason you're hosting parties, kill it now. Stop. The reason why you should be hosting parties is because you are passionate, motivated to help as many people as you can fill their homes for free. That's what it's about. If anything else is your motivation, then I have to level with you. Like, you don't have an easy road ahead of you. You've got to reshift yourself into having a sincere, heartfelt reason behind what you do in your Scentsy business. And if anything else is your motive, do not expect to have exponential growth. I can't promise that. Yeah, you might see some really great results for a little bit, but they're going to be short-lived because somebody's going to read through you. And then somebody's going to find somebody that actually wants to take care of them from a genuine place inside. Here's another thing. Oh, it's your team leader, Sarah Lee, and I was just checking to see if you were going to be placing an order. Really? Like, that's not sincere. I'm so sorry. Like, really? I don't even think I could ever pick up the phone for that person ever again. If anybody ever made a call to me like that, I would feel so turned off by their selfishness because that's all about them. They're only thinking about their numbers. Like, don't ask me if I'm going to place an order so that you can get paid at title, so that you can make the big money. Like, what about picking up the phone and instead from a sincere place inside being like, hey, it's Sarah Lee. Oh my heck. Do you know that you're like one average party away from hitting your next promotion? Or do you even know that you have all of the PRV you need and all of the TWV you need, and you're only one active team member away from hitting your next promotion? Like, I just didn't know if you knew it. I was looking over your numbers and I was blown away. I just had to reach out to you. Do you see the difference? Come on, you got to see it. So what I want you to know is that when you do things from a sincere heart, sincerity, people want to follow you. People want to be your customer for life. They want to be your customer. They want to host for you. When you get on there and say, hey, my director challenged me to sell 12 Scentsy soaks in the next hour, they're going to be like, how many more do you have left? I'm calling my friends. You know what I mean? Like, when you do it right, you won't have trouble with people following you. Okay, those are the 5. I went through them quickly, but I really want you to get set out on this. So tomorrow you're working with sincerity, okay? We're going to go through, we're going to start a new list of, not list necessarily, but we're just going to troubleshoot and different things that when I ask around, these were hot topics on a lot of people's minds. And so we're going to work through this list. And as I work through this list, it'd be really fun if maybe you picked up on a few things that might fit the bill for some of these days that we just lined up, right? Okay. So one of the things that a lot of people were interested in is, Laura, how do I get people to interact on my page? I can post something just like you posted it, and I'll get 2 likes and no comments. Somebody else can post it and they get 15 comments. They sell $200, and I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Well, honey, first of all, if that's you, you're not necessarily doing anything wrong. It may be a lot of behind the scenes that one person has built that the other person hasn't. Or maybe you need to go through these checklists. You may not be rewarding what you want repeated. That's Wednesdays. Or you may not be truly sincere in why you're wanting to help people. Okay. Or maybe you're not having enough fun. You haven't built enough community with people. So if I woke up on one of these days and I realized that I was not having enough interaction, the first thing I would think of is, how fun am I? How fun am I? Do I post, my son's ugly face? Like, I can remember, this sticks out and people still comment about it, but I posted a picture of my son's face at a Scentsy party because I used to have to take him to everything because I didn't have babysitters and it was just the life we lived. And so he went to every party with me, every fundraiser, everything. And he went through a time when he was 2 or 3 that everything smelled like poop. So everybody be like, Luke, what do you think of this smell? He'd be like, poop. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, stop saying that. Oh, he thought everything was gross. And so some of my customers still comment about that. Some of you guys still comment on my cooking kitties. I think, did we talk about that last week or last training where I had the little, for Halloween, I got these little fuzzy, foamy, black cats, and I put them in a bowl and I sprinkled essential oils. I think it was essential oils. Hold on, I still have the flyer. Cooking kitties. It's no trick. I smell like a treat, but not one that you can eat. Scented with mocha doodle room spray. That's it. Okay, so I put them all in a bowl and I sprayed them with mocha doodle room spray and used them as samples, but I posted on social media. And because I'm such an animal lover too, I worded it like, don't mind me, I'm just over here cooking kitties. And oh my gosh, it got so much fun. Like, just have fun. Just have fun. Post a this or that. I love doing that. Or sometimes I ask my customers, I'm like, okay, well, I just did this just yesterday. I can't remember if I ever made them a sample of, what was it? I can't remember what I asked them about. Oh, that's embarrassing. I can't remember what scent it was. But as I was going through the list of what I should make samples of, I can't remember if I ever made samples of it. And so I just got on my VIP page and I'm like, hey, I'm making samples for July. I can't remember. Have I ever sent these samples out? And my VIPs were like, no, I don't think so. I had some people text me like, no, I never got one of those. And so what does that do? That builds community. It makes them realize, hey, Laura needs us. And it also gets them a little bit more excited about being my customer because they know that when they order, they're going to get samples. Okay. So I hope that answers that question some. Building community, making sure your heart's in the right place, reward what you want repeated. I mean, honestly, if you want people to interact on your page, you may have to get off your high horse for a little bit, and it may be worth a giveaway. You can, within compliance, say, comment on this with your opinion, and you'll be so glad you did. And then like super draw attention, like all capital letters, you'll be so glad you did. That's in compliance. You're not saying you're giving anything away. Or you can even say, we're going to play a game and the winner is going to be wowed with some amazing Happy Mail. That's in compliance. Like, why aren't you using that kind of verbiage? It could take 3 samples. It would be that you would send them a scent circle. I mean, come on, guys, it doesn't break the bank, but if you want participation and interaction, you might need to reward what you want repeated. Maybe that girl that's getting the 15 comments has in the past rewarded participation. Okay. All right. I think I hit all the things on there. Okay. So, one of the things that was asked, I'm reading it, hold on. I would like to know what products are best to take and display. And is it better to take your computer and do all the orders online at the moment so you're not leaving with anyone's credit card information? I think she's talking about like a Scentsy party, an in-person thing. Some of you guys are kind of scared of parties, and so I wanted to, on this question, I wanted to talk to you about my trunk sale. I do this a lot because I'm not super comfortable with especially new customers coming to my home and shopping from my living room. So, and a lot of people aren't ready from the COVID stuff. They're not ready to host things. So I've been doing trunk sales since 2009. They work. So what I do is I load up a bunch of inventory and put it in my trunk. And my goal is 5. I try to get 5 people. So all I do is I send a text message to 5 local people and I'll say, hey, I'm having a trunk sale at Starbucks at noon tomorrow. If you and anyone you know need Scentsy, I'll be set up there. And sometimes I enhance it with no tax, no shipping. Okay, you don't have to, but a lot of the stuff I'm selling, I played hostess on, so I'm making 100% profit. So what if I eat 7%, 8% tax? You get what I'm saying? Like, do the math. But you don't have to do that. I'm just throwing options out there, okay? Trunk sales are great. When you're doing cash and carry, you better get that money up front because their credit card might not go through. And so I use Square. You can use PayPal. Venmo is great. I use Venmo now a lot, but I just need to make sure that it goes through before I actually hand them their bag, but it's instant. So I just check my phone. You could do cash and carry. That cash is king. That's what Dave Ramsey says. I'll take that, right? You know, so there are so many different ways. So I want you to think about doing a trunk sale with some of your people. I challenge you to meet in a convenient location because convenience wins. It's why you buy milk at the same place you buy milk at, or get gas at the same gas station that you always get gas at, because of the convenience factor, right? All the gas is pretty much the same price. Why do you go to the same one that you go to? Convenience. So when you become the convenient consultant, you will get the sale every time. And if they're happy, they will tell others. And so my goal is 5 people. And I usually will end up selling a lot more than to a lot more people, because then someone's getting their Starbucks and they're walking out and they're like, what's happening over here? This stuff, your car smells good. I'm like, we're having a Scentsy trunk sale. Do you need anything to make your life smell good? And I will get new customers like crazy. You do have to be careful. Because, you know, if I always make sure I buy a coffee before I do this. So I just need to tell you that if there's, you know, a parking lot that you can go to, park in the back. Like, don't be crazy. Be a good human. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to spell that out for you, do I? Hopefully not. Okay. So if you're wanting to build your customer base, get high PRV, get yourself out there. Maybe you're not ready to do home parties yet. That's a fun way. Okay. And some people had questions about events. I would start small because most events are not, they're not going through with a lot of events right now because of COVID. Okay. And that's a fun way to do parties too. You can actually make it to where you have a host trunk and she's there, but you're just pulling up beside her, bringing the goods. That's always fun. Also, office parties are really great, to where you bring catalog and testers, and on their lunch break, so you don't get them in trouble with their boss, but on their lunch break, they look over everything, and then your host or whoever's playing host, picks it up by the end of the night. This is best if you schedule it on payday or near payday. Okay. All right. So, somebody had mentioned about like they're kind of new and they wish that they had like a do or don't things, like basic things like compliance issues. And to be honest, all of that is so easy to find in the workstation that I feel like I can't say it better than what they have, because a picture's worth 1,000 words. There's part of your workstation that they simplify it so well. They even tell you, no, you can't say this, but word it this way, and you can. Like, so simple. So I'm not going to touch on this very much, but I'm going to leave you with one thought on this question. If you sit back and you ask yourself one question, you'll know whether or not it's in compliance or not. Ready? Here's the question. If I can do this, is it going to hurt someone else's sales or chance of succeeding if they sign up after me? So here's the deal. A lot of the compliance questions, like for instance, why can't I get on Facebook and say, I'm selling this for $10 and I have 3 of them in stock. No waiting. Come pick it up. I'm in your zip code too. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I'm so sorry, but whoever's selling Yellowstone National Park cups, they don't stand a chance, because I'm going to eat up everybody's customers. Why would anybody want to sell blue coffee cups, right? So if in Scentsy in 2009, if I could get in my superstar director-ness and I'm making all this money in Scentsy and I'm getting all this free Scentsy, and I could steal every single one of your customers, no doubt about it, because I could do any kind of special. I could say, hey, welcome to my inventory room, and the shelves are lined with Scentsy, and I'm going to give you 20% off. Shop till you drop. And then you're going to be sent back like, hey, wait, I can't do that kind of a special, or I can't have inventory, or my husband won't let me use my house for, you get what I'm saying? So if you wonder if something's in compliance or not, just think about it from a good human standpoint. And if it doesn't seem like that someone else could join after you and have a chance, then it's probably out of compliance. But when in doubt, there's a compliance email. I'm going to type it out for you. compliance@scentsy.com. And I reach out to them several times a month before if I have a new idea or a new flyer. I just shoot them an email real quick and I'm like, this is the flyer that I'm really wanting to post. And this is the verbiage that I want to say. Am I good? And they shoot me an email back and they're like, good to go. Or they'll shoot me an email back and be like, well, actually, you can post this, but just add the income disclosure. No problem. Got it. You get what I'm saying? Like, just ask. That's what we all do. I don't have anybody I can text to see if something's in compliance or not. I text the source. So you can too. They're there for you. They're getting paid by the hour to answer your emails. So email them, okay? Okay. So one of the other questions, I know we're coming up on the hour and I want to leave time for questions. And on this one, I would love to have some feedback from you guys. Marketing, all things marketing. What is a way, online and offline, that you market yourself? And by market, when I think I'm trying to market myself, I'm trying to think, how can I get myself in front of the potential new customers that I need to? So that's just some business insights into the word marketing. So in the chat, can you type out some ideas that you've used in the past that's helped you find new customers? Samples, I set up samples at local shops. Brand yourself, yep. T-shirts, bags, yep. A unique web link, good page. Keep them coming, these are good. Fundraisers, yeah, heck yeah. Hand out my business cards, vendor shows, yeah. Take catalogs of business cards everywhere I go. I love it. I'm actually really stingy with catalogs. I reserve those for my customers. Is that terrible of me? Business card with scratch and sniff on them, yes. Take a boatload of samples to work in church, preach. Sample packets with me that have my picture on it. Run my mini fan everywhere, yep. Have a Scentsy purse, yep. Let's see. Car vinyl, sure. Sharing the products in an everyday life, love that, especially for social media. Guessing or like interactive posts, sure. Doing a live video on YouTube. Oh, cool. Look at you, boss. Let's see. Using your products everywhere, especially in your car, yeah. Car bar, scent circles, yeah. Use your products everywhere. Products with your tip. I used to keep a scent pack in my purse. I would get compliments on how good I smelled and it would lead to conversations, sure. Hand wax sample out like candy, good. Send product sheets with family and friends, love it. Love it. You'd be surprised how your family wants to see you succeed, but you don't ask. A closed mouth never gets fed. Right now doing a online block party via Facebook, 7-day window, good. Handing out, oh yeah, I love that. Holly, I love that. You made me think of something that I do too. To pique curiosity, I will do, in fact, I just sold a demo warmer to one of my neighbors that all she had was Walmart warmers. And I'm like, here, why don't you just take my Scentsy warmer and just try it. And if you like it, I'll cut you a deal on it because I've used it in my house, but you're getting a lifetime warranty and a free bulb. So technically I would not have had to give her a discount. Anyway, she bought it along with 2 bars and then 6 bars. And now she's wanting Scentsy warmers in all of her house. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, you got this, right? But it takes a little generosity, rewarding loyalty, changing the scent often. Yeah, fragrance, flower, and bar decor on my front door. Heck yeah. Your best advertisement is using this stuff. Like, it kills me sometimes whenever people say that they sell Scentsy, and when I smell them, I do not smell Scentsy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to sell. No one wants that smell. And I'm not just saying cigarette smokers. I'm saying make sure you live your life fragrantly. Okay, so I think you get some ideas there. I want to move on before we're out of time completely. What's the best way to relaunch a business during these times with coronavirus and social distancing? The question is honestly not that much different than how you would relaunch your business in any time of the year. You just gotta pick a style and run with it. I have messenger parties. That YouTube video that I posted about messenger parties, it's just my homemade little idea, but it has changed a lot of people's PRV. A lot of new recruits have come from that for a lot of people, including me. Use whatever method you want. You've just seen so many different ideas in the past. We've had trainings that talked about bingo parties, Jeopardy nights. I mean, come on, there's so many ideas. Just take something, call it a relaunch messenger party or a relaunch bingo party or a relaunch trunk sale, whatever you want to call it. Just call it relaunch and then just set yourself some major goals. I wouldn't treat this time. I know that social distancing is a little bit, especially for some people that are used to a lot of face-to-face. We have had to get more creative, but that's what we've been doing all through quarantine. When we were meeting every single week on Wednesday nights, every week we were discussing ideas that would help you take your business from good to great, no matter if it was quarantine life or not. So just kill it. Just kill it. Okay. So bingo parties, somebody asked in the chat, how do you do a bingo party? We won't have time to cover that tonight, but there are tons of information on bingo parties in your workstation. Just go to your workstation, click Training Center, and type in BINGO, and amazing things will come up for you, okay? Okay, so another question is recruiting and more recruiting, and why am I not recruiting? And if I'm being honest, what I'm going to tell you is going to seem so simple, and you're going to discredit what I tell you, but I need you to know that I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you anything that I can't back up with statistics. You got that? Numbers. My best recruiting comes after my best PRV, and not just me. I have the ability to see inside a lot of people's workstation, or not workstations, reports. When you have someone that struggles with recruiting, it's usually because the 3-month period before, they've had really average or below average sales. And guys, if you're not shooting for 2,000 PRV every month, I'm not saying you'll hit it every month. I'm saying that's the number you should be aiming for. That's a $500 party every single week. If you don't have something on your calendar every single week, trunk party one week, basket party another. I also have another video on my YouTube channel called pod parties, where I only give them the pods. I give them a little mini fan diffuser, which I know a lot of things are on back order. I get that. But anyway, I give them a little, I actually have one. Hold on, I'll show you. I haven't filled it up. Anyway, it's just a Ziploc bag. Nothing fancy. It's a sheet of paper that every single one of the directors have. And if you're on my team page, Global Accents, it's already been uploaded. Anyway, and I just throw in, like, I don't throw in every single one of these testers. I just throw in like 5 or 6, put it all in a bag. And, oh my gosh, I sell a lot of these to guys. A lot of guys love the wall or the fan diffusers. I mean, it would blow your mind. I have far more obsessed, just for the pods. The guys tend to like maybe the simplicity of it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just telling you, it works. What were we talking about? Recruiting. Oh, so I'm not really sure how I got off track there, but I just want you to know that if you are focusing on having amazing above average sales, so that one event, and by event, I mean pod party, trunk party, bingo party, messenger party, mystery host party. I mean, come on, just go to the training center and type in party and pick one that seems exciting. I mean, none of us were born with a manual. We all had to figure all this stuff out ourselves, right? So go pick something, and one every single week. And the party average is $400 to $500. So guess what? You're getting really close to $2,000 in PRV if you're making sure your calendar is booked. And then there's a second step. High PRV isn't the only component needed to have great recruiting. You have to make sure your customer service is on point. On point. And I'm not saying that you've got to give away the sun, moon, and stars. Yeah, everybody loves a thank you package, but not everybody's love language is gifts. So some of my customers get more of a thrill of me shouting them out on their Facebook page, bragging on them, thanking them publicly for supporting my little family business. They love that more than they love the thank you package that I sent them. So how are you following up with them? I sent a text today to a girl, and I said, hey, I do my own version of Whiffbox. I need to tell you that. Anyway, I call it the Scent Sack, and they all shipped out on the 15th, and everybody's gotten them. And this girl was new. She was a referral, and this was her first Scent Sack. I sent her a follow-up text today, and I said, hey, actually, let me see if I can pull it up. I just want to read it to you because I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to word it like this every time. It was so fun. I said, hey, love, checking on how you enjoyed your very first Scent Sack. Your feedback is going to help me build even better experiences for you in the future. So tell me, I'm all ears. Best part? Question mark. Part you didn't love as much? Question mark. Total honesty. And I love the response I got. Like, she didn't have anything negative to say. I found out I followed up with a bunch of people. I found out some people did not understand what a cotton cleanup was. And so I was like, okay, checkpoint, Laura. I need to do better marketing with those. Okay. So, but like, I'm learning how to be a better consultant by following up. Like, maybe your customers are just as confused as mine, but they're too afraid to ask you. And so you don't even know that they're confused. Follow up and then reward what you want repeated. When you're having fun, people want in. When you're having fun, people want in, and people can tell when you're having fun. And so all of my team members have come as a result of them seeing me have fun. In fact, a lot of them have told me, Laura, when your Happy Mail came in, I just knew you loved what you did. And I will never be able to master Happy Mail and flyers like you, but I just wanted to be part of this. I've had people join because of my YouTube channel, because they could tell that I loved what I was marketing. They could tell that I had passion. When you make sure that you're coming from a sincere heart and you are focused on helping others, people just want in. There's no magic formula for recruiting. It just takes you. It's a numbers game too, right? It's a numbers game. You got to sell to enough people, follow up well, and then it's just a numbers game. So I recruit the best after I've sold the best. And then of course it takes that follow up. So, okay, we're going to stop there. There were more, but I want to be true to your time, and I meant to say respectful of your time. And I want to open it up for questions. I think we'll have time for maybe two. Maybe you have a question about something we talked about. Maybe I didn't explain something as thoroughly as what you needed. And you have a question about that. Put it in the chat. Tell me what you're confused on. Shoot, if you want to really make my day, tell me something on the call that gave you a lot of excitement and you can't wait to try it. Like you're just super excited about. Are you allowed to tell your VIPs that you have stock? Yeah, but only behind the scenes. Like you can't post that. Like I can't even get on my team page and be like, I have 3 banana nut bread bars. I can't say that, not even on a team page. Anytime you tell people that you have something in stock, it has to be done through email, Facebook message, text, just away from social media pages, groups, profiles, news feeds. Get it away. Make sense? Yeah. And can I say one more thing? Who asked that question? I wanted to tell you something else, Teresa. Get the Hit 'em Up app. The Hit 'em Up app I shared with my leaders on my Leader Lounge Tuesday. Hit 'em Up is really fun because it will allow you to reach out to different people groups. It's how I sell a lot of inventory. And I can tell them what I have in stock, show pictures, whatever, because it's through text message. Hit 'em Up for Apple or for Android. It does cost money, but you're selling free and half price things, so you'll make that money back. Anyway, that's a really easy way that'll help you. You'll thank me for it later. Oh, and let me spell it because some people say they can't find it because it's kind of like worded weird. Okay, a question real quick. I already posted in my group asking them about their favorite products. Oh, good. Yeah, good, Kristen. You're already putting things into action. That's good. Will this be shown again on our team page? I lost connection a few times and missed some. We'll see. I can't promise. YouTube is kind of crazy. Trunk sale, Amanda? Keep us posted. I think you're really going to like it. And why I shoot for 5, it's a personal deal I do with myself because time is money and money is time. And Laura Godwin is a busy woman, and so are you. And so I tell myself that I will text and text and text until I get 5 people committed to meeting me wherever I set up, because I need to make it worth my time. Plus, women like to shop together, and when we're together, we spend more. So if there's only one person at my trunk, I might not sell as much as that need to buy more because, oh my gosh, what if she gets the last Luna bar? You know what I'm saying? So let it be fun. Let them build community as well. Pod party going out tomorrow. Good girl. Trunk sales, Stevie. Good. Okay. So I think we are out of time. It is 9 o'clock here. Thank you guys for being on. I hope that you are going to wake up tomorrow and work on sincerity and maybe a few other of these posts or these ideas that we shared tonight, but I really want you to go down this list. Mondays are for hereditary traits. Watch them, monitor them, be the doctor of your Scentsy business. Credibility is for Tuesdays. What actual task will you do on Tuesdays to show the world, especially your team and customers, that you're the credible go-to Scentsy boss? Number 3, for Wednesdays, generosity. What are you really willing to reward so that you get repeats of whatever it is? Number 4, how are you going to build community on Thursdays to the people that you have an influence over? And number 5, sincerity. That's your checkup. That's your blood pressure and your temperature to make sure your health is on target. That's what you're working on from now until the end of July. When we meet again in 2 weeks, I meant to say June. When we meet again in 2 weeks, I need to hear some success stories. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for being on, and I can't wait to hear your success stories. Wake up tomorrow and put something in place to change your future, okay? All right, love you guys. Bye.